So this is a quick update on Weaver, which is a new ability to set beyond the purpose of a workspace, also the mission, the vision, and the aim, and also a new feature for selecting time for the meetings. So here's a workspace. You're looking at the front page, so it's showing you the structure here and all of the other information, and I'm logged in. I'm able to access this workspace. Now over in this corner, we have the purpose of the workspace. Now that's been there for a while, but now what we do is we truncate the purpose a little bit. It'll be shortened in case you have a long detailed purpose because we don't want to have a really long column here. So that's, and there's this new link here, but that goes the same place as the text. If you click on the text, it takes you to the administration page, which has now been a little bit differently designed. It looks like this once you put a bunch of text in it. If you don't put the text in, it doesn't look like much. And if you are an administrator, you can edit this by clicking on it. So we can take and change the format. You then specify a mission, same thing, or a vision. And you can use these or not use these as you will. It's a good best practice to specify, because the mission and the vision, they have different components to it. And then the aim, again, a little bit more detailed. So if you work through these, there's a couple other settings that can be down here. Among all these is where you delete the workspace or freeze the workspace if you're interested, or you set the parent circle, and this circle doesn't have a parent circle. So that's basically that. And again, whatever you put in here for purpose, a short subset of it will appear here on the front page where people can see the purpose. The other two, they have to visit the mission and vision and aim to see that. The second thing I wanted to talk about was under meetings. If you have a meeting set, the new option here is this proposed times, show proposed times. On this meeting, I haven't set any up, so I will do that. Let's just say we're going to think about having a meeting at, say, noon on this day. Well, that's one possible place where we could have it. So I'll just add that in as a proposed time. Maybe on the 18th at a proposed time, maybe on the 18th, but at 4 in the afternoon. Maybe that's another possible proposed time. So all of these can be proposed. Now what I can do is I can add in who the people are that are going to be there. So for example, maybe I'll ask Jerry Seinfeld to come. He's always good for a few laughs. George Washington. And if somebody logs in, their name will automatically be added to this list. So if anybody comes and accesses this, they'll have a column for themselves. But as you can see, it's creating a column for each person that you add. And then now you can basically say whether you're able to come. So yeah, that's a good time for me. Oh, this is really not a very good time. This is an impossible time. I can do that. And it's set out here. People typically set their own, but actually anybody can set anybody's time. So if somebody just sends an email, they don't actually log in here, and they basically say, well, those are you know you can set up what's preferable time for the meeting. Well, so the whole idea is that this gets filled in, and rows can be added at any time. And then those settings added in there. You can propose more times at any time. Okay, well, let's see. Those aren't doing good enough. Let's take a look at that. Let's add that proposed time, and you send everybody a note and say come back in, and maybe you come up with something that everybody can agree with. If you decide that this time just is never going to work, enough people have said no, you can remove that as a proposed time and get rid of it. And then finally, when people have come through and you basically got enough people that are on a particular time, and you can then set the meeting to this time. So April 18th at 12 o'clock. Now the meeting is set to April 18th at 12 o'clock. So that's all I was showing today. New ways to set purpose, mission, vision, and aim, a little more detail about your workspace, and then a new capability for allowing people to vote on meeting times and to help guide the person running the meeting in finding the best time for a meeting.